Tammy. So today this video is made for two reasons. One, to confirm how tiny this is. And another, I wrote some letters to government agencies and I'm making this video specifically for them to view. So we'll just get right into it. I'm going to start the video. So obviously it's a finger, it's the groove, right? And now, it's the groove, right? So I'm going to eventually focus in. Now, it's the internal part of the crease in the finger. Internal part of the crease in the finger. Okay, voila. So, here's the bugs. Oh my god, here's the bugs. Ugh. There's not a spot on my skin that is not covered. Not one spot. I know your visual is a little blurry, but mine is not. But the gist is there, people. The gist is there. So, as we go along, I'm giving you the idea. So you have the crease in your finger. I zoomed in a magnification of, I think, 400 and something. So, and now you see the infestation. You see it on the body. Not too close, no good. All that popping, all that moving, all of that are them in the abundance. I'm getting a little better picture than you, but you can definitely visualize here. So, I'm going to pause for 1 minute. See the red? See the red? See how it's old? The red is not a bug. It's very, very much part of this. I believe the red is a bacteria. And especially at night, when I use the app, the digital microscope app, and medium light, and I turn it inside to my face and I focus on my eyes, my nose, and my mouth, you could really, really, really see the bacteria part. The bacteria part is red. The black is the actual bug, and that's the one that's biting us. This one is biting us, but you see it's eating the fungus. Look here, this one. So look down here. They're just the white is the fungus, the red is the bacteria, and the black is the bug itself. And boy, they having a ball on me. There's no one part of my body that's not covered, but how could there be? Okay, so I back up purposely to show you. We're talking about the crease of your finger. They're teenier than tinier of them, and they're by the thousands. They're by the thousands. Okay, here. See, now in this area, you mostly have the bacteria. You don't see the bugs as much. You have the bacteria. Look, I'll just pause real quick again. You see it frozen? You see the bacteria? But here you see all the little black, the bugs are actually smaller than what you're seeing. Those are clumps of them. They're teeny, 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 teeny. I mean talking. Well, the word is microscopic. Duh. Yes, I am a scientist now, presently. One day I might get the recognition for my effort and my discovery, but it's kind of, this might sound strange, but I'm starting to respect this microorganism. How did it outsmart an entire nation? How? It's a teeny, teeny, tiny thing. I'm going to tell you how. It has the ability to hide through light. It can survive extreme environmental conditions, which is extreme cold and extreme heat. It floats in Vaseline. That's why don't waste your money on products that don't work, man. Look, all that mist, all that. So I'm backing up again. It's teeny, teeny, teeny. This is why there are people that claim that they could see it. See, this is mostly the bacteria again. It's mostly the bacteria. Though the black is really there. But this is in the crease of my finger. And then you have the other parts of the skin, which this is not as clear as the one I had before, but all of this is just sprayed with them. They're just sprayed. There's not even one part of the skin that's not covered. we have eliminated scientifically scabies, and we have eliminated scientific Magellan, and we've eliminated, there was another one that they were saying that could cause whatever and all this stuff. They only got drawn to us because of the fungus, and the fungus only spilled out to the environment because our medical doctors kept telling us we were nuts instead of taking samples. Well, the Lord had blessed you with someone like me who went to medical school for 7 years, and he made me find this. But I've spent the last 3.5 years getting someone to believe me. I want to let you know something. We suffered because we felt symptoms, especially at night, man. I lay down, man, they're climbing up. They're on the walls, they're on the bed, and they're just chomping on me, and they're biting me. And it's kind of mentally awful to just imagine for even a moment or a second. But can you imagine? We're being prepared. Can you imagine the higher-ups? The people that denied us of the truth? That we pleaded with, that we were professional with, that we were patient with, that we were understanding with, that we did everything, that we wrote letters to. We pleaded. They're going to get a one-shot deal. One-shot deal. Their finger's going to go up to a microscope that is digital, and they're not going to have too much light, and they're going to see the infestation. One shot. Then they're going to find out that it's affecting their family, and they're going to be very upset. Even additional to their upsetness is when they find out how many letters were written, how many videos were sent out, how much ridiculous constant effort, and the urgency that I had to try to share this with the most higher ups and most important people, and they all said no. As they're laying in the bed, maybe they were unsymptomatic, because only people that are symptomatic really get it. That this is true, man. This is true. People that are not symptomatic don't get it. But people that are not symptomatic are just as infested as we are. Why is that? Why are they just infested as we are? Because it's environmental now. It's completely environmental. I tested the state of Florida. I tested New York. I tested Manhattan, and I was floored. Manhattan's really, really bad. Manhattan's really, really bad as far as infestation. So, don't mind the date or anything like that. I just didn't update on my microscope. But going along, it decreased. Now the red is the bacteria. Now they're in the hundreds to even the thousands in just a little crease all over, of course, all over your. They're in the food they eat. They're in the environment. They're in all our blankets. They're in our mouth. They're in our eyeballs. They're in our nose. We can hold escape it. I have a video where I shut my mouth really, really tight, and then I open it and I see it swarm. I see them swarm. Yeah. Let me tell you something. I don't think there's a person in the entire world that would have been able to do this but me. Most of you would have been screaming, I gotta go to the doctor to figure it out. Yeah, I did that like everybody else. I went. I've been suffering with this for about 10 years now. I went to probably 12. And then I started taking care of it, putting it in my own hands, and that's when I used my training and I discovered that it started out from Storm Sandy. Those buildings should have been destroyed. They were not destroyed. Brought black toxic mold. The mold gave hundreds of people skin fungus. The skin fungus was undiagnosed for years, causing the bugs to multiply, then basically take over. Don't bother buying products that don't work. This is a badass. This micro is a badass. It's a badass, honey. And for my sufferers, you know that I have nothing but love and kindness for you. What I kind of got off of is we're going to be prepared when it does come out, because it's coming out. This is not something that's going to go away on its own. See the bacteria here? See how? That's the point of the thing. There's all the bugs. That's a fingertip. And the bacteria is really, really bad. If I'm correct as a student, because of the color. That's why I think that. But these motherfucking bugs hurt. Oh, I must got bit like, I would say 85 times. And I'm like, ow, ow. And they get my feet. and they go just like that. Yeah, it's pretty horrible. All right, so anyhow, please ignore the outside. You know I'm in a shelter. Oh, yeah, and then as I'm discovering this and going through this and spending my money and being broke constantly doing my studies and my discovery and gaining proof and all that stuff, I'm getting screwed out of my housing. Yeah, people are annoyed with me that Section 8 said they were closed when we all know they were open. I can do such a better job if I had, where I could sit at a table and I could measure it out. The next one I want to do is I'm going to choose testing alcohol. We all, lawyers drink, doctors drink, nurses drink, firemen drink, policemen, everybody ever now and then just goes to a bar and has a couple of beers. So I'm going to do that in my next video to prove. Now, look at this. Now, I darkened this up, but you've seen the whole thing. They hide through light, so you have to make it a little darker. That's why I think the doctors missed it. Yeah. So, I really don't have really good news. Just that sufferers, I'm out here fighting for you every day. I will never give up and I will never surrender. We are going to get them to understand. Now, see the little white ball? Sometimes I think the fungus is alive too. Like the bugs are here, like in abundance. And watch between. Look how they communicate. The bugs are on the one finger and I put them close and they just explode. Yeah, there's a lot of them, honey. I don't think it's even countable. Yeah, well, how could we resist getting them if it's in our food, it's in our environment? But listen, once our environment is cleared up, there is hope. But we need the authorities to fix this, to treat the environment first. Then the fungus can heal within the right medication, anywhere from 6 weeks to 3 months. You can heal the fungus. And then we're fine. But if they don't come and they don't look at it and they don't take this serious, then this is just going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. Every single day. How does a microbe beat its opponent? Because it multiplies, 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 multiplies. That's how it beats its opponent. Its opponent could be humongous. It's not a parasite. It could survive on its own. Okay, well, I think this is the end of it. So, love you, man. Peace out. Never give up. Never surrender. Hey, governor people, listen. Come check Tammy Tate Discovery. You're gonna want to know what I know. Peace.